back to the news at 10. The West African Examination Council says there has been a 14.3% improvement in candidates' performance in this year's May-June senior school certificate examinations. Speaking while announcing the results at the Council National Office in Lagos, the head of the Council in Nigeria, Mr. Adenipekun, says that more than 800,000 out of over 1.5 million candidates that sat for the examination this year had credits in 5 subjects, including English and mathematics, which allows them university admissions.
A total of 878,040 candidates, representing 52.97%, obtained credits in 5 subjects.
Time now for sports news on the news at 10. Let's quickly shift gears and hand you over to Ayo Balogun.
I expected to convert.
Time now with some sports news. And U.S. shooter Virginia Thrasher has won the first gold medal of the 2016 Olympic Games, holding her nerve to clinch the women's 10-meter air rifle event. Thrasher secured her first major international victory, setting a new Olympic record score of 208. The 19-year-old edged out China's Du Li and defending champion Yi Xling to grab the top prize in Rio. Well, Nigeria's Toriola has booked his place in the second round of the men's table tennis singles event at the 2016 Olympic Games. Toriola, who is appearing at his 7th Olympics, came from a set down to beat Dmitry Prokopkov 4-2. The 41-year-old had some nervous moments in the game when it was 2 sets apiece, but then he held on to win the next 2 sets and progress to the next round. Earlier, Funke Oshanaki and Edem Ofyong advanced to the first round after winning their preliminaries. Well, 2016 Olympic organizers have issued an apology after spectators coming to the Olympic Park and other venues were faced with long queues on the opening day of the Games. Mario Andrade, spokesman for the local organizing committee, made the apology after reports that some people stood in the sun outside the venues and missed the start of some events. He promised that all problems will be sorted out. Well, this year's Olympics may not have got off to a flying start, but by mid-morning the queues seen early in the day had died down and the Olympic spirit was in the air. Over 500,000 foreign visitors are descending on the iconic beach city for the world's biggest sporting event. Some of the tourists had nothing but praise for the organizers of the Games. They are protected by some 85,000 police and soldiers, more than double the number of security personnel provided at the 2012 Games in London. Britain's Justin Rose says British Open champion Henrik Stenson and Sergio Garcia are the players to beat in the golf event at this year's Olympics. Despite the absence of some top golfers like Jason Day, Dustin Johnson, Jordan Spieth and Rory McIlroy, Rose believes the competition is still of a high quality. The former US Open winner arrived in Rio yesterday and took part in the opening ceremony ahead of the golf tournament, which starts on Thursday. Nigeria's Golden Eaglets have moved one step closer to qualifying for the African Under-17 Championships with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Niger Republic at the Abuja National Stadium. Alagbe Oluwatobiloba's goal in the second minute ensured that coach Manu Garba and his boys had a slim advantage to take to Niamey in 2 weeks' time. The squad has been depleted by a magnetic resonance imaging test conducted by CAF, but the team will still be hoping to advance to the next round of the qualifiers. In the Nigeria Professional Football League, El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri defeated Rivers United 1-0 in Maiduguri. Elsewhere, Heartland beat Nasarawa United by a goal to nil in Owerri with Chidebere Ajoku's 35th minute goal, while Plateau United continued where they left off last week, beating Ifeanyi Uba Football Club 2-0 in Jos. Abia Warriors were held to a goalless draw by Aqua United in Umuahia, while Sunshine Stars beat Niger Tornadoes 2-0 in Akure with goals from Michael Egueta and Kadiri Samad. The last game of the week will see Ikorodu United host Shooting Stars of Ibadan tomorrow at the Onikon Stadium. And that's a wrap in sports news. I'm Ayatunde, followed in the news at 10, continue shortly.
It's a sad weekend for the South African ruling party, the African National Congress, ANC. It has been defeated by the opposition Democratic Alliance in local polls in the capital, Pretoria. South Africa's Electoral Commission has announced the final results of the keenly contested elections. The DA had gained control of the Nelson Mandela Bay and Tshwane Metro from the ANC, although both parties still need coalition partners to have outright majority. However, the African National Congress has won the Johannesburg Metropolitan Municipality. At least 13 people have died in the French city of Rouen after a fire broke out during a birthday party being celebrated at a bar. Officials say candles on a birthday cake started the fire at the Cuba Libre bar, which began around midnight on Saturday.
People gather along the security barrier to lay flowers and pay their respects to victims of the inferno, while stunned onlookers stare at the bar's blown-out windows and blackened interior. A fire swept through a bar in the northern French city of Rouen overnight on Saturday, August the 6th, killing 13 people and injuring 6 after a birthday cake with candles and sparklers fell to the floor and set the carpet ablaze. The fire broke out in the basement of the popular Cuba Libre bar and quickly engulfed the room where some 20 people were celebrating. Police say one of the injured suffered burns to nearly 90% of the body and is in a critical condition. The State Secretary to the Minister of Labour, Clotilde Volta, arrives at the scene. Today an investigation was of course opened immediately, and you will get all the elements concerning the facts, and this investigation from the public prosecutor whose responsibility it is. In the meantime, French officials have also allayed initial public concerns that it could have been a terrorist attack in a city that this week buried a priest who was knifed to death by Islamists in his church.
And the main news again. Hundreds of troops today invaded Bishi community in Katsina Ala local government area of Benue State. The military and the state government explains that the action is aimed at fishing out the alleged gang leader linked with murder and kidnappings in the state. Also today, former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo denied returning to the main opposition political party, the PDP, and said those behind the rumor are mischievous and called for the investigation. And fire from a birthday cake with lighted candles today killed 13 people at a bar in the French city of Rouen. And that's how it's been on the news at 10 tonight. I want to thank you so much indeed for being a part of it. Good night.